Why tech companies are pulling job listings. In the past few years, the global tech industry has gone through tremendous shifts. The demand for tech jobs and hiring practices of businesses have altered significantly as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic's rapid digital transformation and the current economic turmoil. The abrupt removal of job listings positions that were once open, promising, and actively marketed are now being subtly withdrawn or frozen is one odd pattern that is appearing in both large and small digital companies. Many job seekers and market watchers have been perplexed by this pattern, yet there are well-established, fundamental causes for it. In 2024 and beyond, tech companies are removing job advertisements for the 7 main reasons listed below. Let's watch. 1. Correction of post-pandemic overhiring. Tech businesses predicted that the globe would continue to rely heavily on digital services like cloud storage, streaming platforms, remote work tools, and online commerce throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Many of the leading tech companies in the globe thus made a lot of hires and expanded their teams to handle the anticipated long-term expansion in the market. Between 2020 and 2022, companies like Amazon, Meta, Google, and others almost doubled their workforce. However, consumer demand in a number of locations decreased or even reversed once the pandemic ended and life returned to normal. Sectors like video conferencing and e-commerce stalled rather than experiencing exponential expansion in digital technology. 2. Uncertainty in the economy and growing expenses. Global macroeconomic conditions in 2024 continue to be turbulent. Interest rates are still at an all-time high. Operations are still impacted by global inflation, and major markets including the US, Europe, and some areas of Asia are still plagued by concerns about economic slowdowns. Tech firms are reacting cautiously, as many of them rely significantly on projections of future growth. Hiring freezes and the removal of job advertisements are 2 of the first defensive actions taken by businesses to protect capital when the economic outlook becomes uncertain. Every new employment is viewed by leaders as a long-term financial obligation, including compensation, benefits, training, equipment, and possible severance, all of which are dangerous when profits and revenues are tougher to forecast. 3. Turning attention to automation and artificial intelligence. The proliferation of automation techniques and artificial intelligence is one of the most significant factors influencing the IT industry's employment market today. From coding help to customer service, document summarizing, and even product design, AI models can now complete jobs that formerly required sizable human teams. Tech firms have come to the realization that they can now achieve greater results with smaller, AI-enhanced teams than in the past. Many previously posted job advertisements are being removed, changed, or removed completely as AI replaces some types of labor. 4. Investor pressure to reduce expenses. Investors and shareholders are putting tremendous pressure on tech businesses, particularly those that are publicly traded, to continue to be profitable and exhibit sound financial management. The days of unending growth, gaining market share, and speculative expansion as justifications for high employment costs are long gone. Investors in today's market are looking for increased profit margins, reduced costs, and efficiency. Hiring practices are being directly impacted by this investor pressure. Companies are selectively deleting job ads to show the market that they are serious about reducing expenses and improving efficiency because each job listed represents an expense that impacts future earnings projections. Removing job advertisements has become a means of reassuring Wall Street and other financial stakeholders, even if they had previously planned to fill these positions. Even successful businesses are vulnerable in this climate. In order to meet consumer expectations, they must exercise restraint. Companies employ public indicators of fiscal discipline, such as hiring freezes, job listing removals, and slowdowns, to maintain stable valuations and strong investor confidence. 5. Prioritization and organizational restructuring. Numerous tech companies are going through internal reorganizations, redefining their goals and reallocating resources to the most strategic and lucrative areas of their operations. This can occasionally entail closing down underperforming divisions, discontinuing experimental ventures, or selling off non-core businesses. Companies like Microsoft and Google, for instance, have lately shelved some hardware and augmented reality projects, while others have lowered their goals in fields like blockchain development or the metaverse. These internal strategic changes frequently lead to the obsolescence of roles that were originally envisioned. Engineers and marketers are not needed for a shelved product line, and fresh workers are not needed for a division that no longer exists. Companies are aggressively removing out-of-date or irrelevant job postings from the public eye rather than letting them stay up there. This guarantees that hiring efforts are focused solely on the most strategically significant fields: cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity, while other fields are discreetly retired to avoid needless hiring. 6. A rise in offshoring and outsourcing. The increasing tendency of outsourcing and offshoring is a significant, frequently concealed factor in the removal of job listings. Numerous computer organizations have made the decision to relocate some of their operations, like quality assurance testing, back-end development, and customer service, to areas like India, Eastern Europe, or Southeast Asia where labor costs are lower. They collaborate with international contractors, agencies, or subsidiaries to complete the same work more affordably rather than employing domestically at higher salary prices. This geographic reallocation of labor frequently leads to the removal of domestic job listings, not because the work is no longer needed, but rather because the jobs are moving to a different region of the world. The employer may still be hiring for the position, but it is now doing so through a third-party vendor in a different country or on a new job website. Businesses can cut expenses through this covert offshore approach without making public layoffs, but local job searchers immediately lose out on chances they earlier thought would be available in their area. 7. Elimination of phishing job postings. It has come to light in recent years that a large number of IT job advertisements were what some experts refer to as ghost jobs, positions that businesses never really planned to fill. These postings were frequently maintained online to provide the impression of expansion, gather resumes for later use, or assess the talent pool without actually hiring anyone. However, businesses are gradually eliminating these deceptive or dead job postings as finances get tighter and scrutiny of hiring practices grows. Let us know in the comments what you think about the why tech companies are pulling job listings, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.